Andy Crouppen of Brown & Crouppen is here to talk with us about this today. You raised a great point during that commercial break. When you're 15 or 16, you take the test.
And that's it?
That's it. When you're 97, that piece of plastic is still good.
Right. And I don't know about you, but I remember very little from when I was 16. And these are important skills. I was driving the other day and somebody cut somebody off, and I started thinking to myself, wow, there are a lot of people who really don't have the fundamentals down and do a lot of things in our business. What we do, I see so many car accidents and so many people injured, often needlessly. And so I thought it'd be a good idea to come on and just at least hit some of the most dangerous things that I see people doing all the time that they probably don't even realize are dangerous.
And some of these things really should be, I don't know if they are, but they should be no-brainers. The everyday tips.
Right.
Wear your safety belt. Don't drive if you've had a few, obviously. Bad ideas.
It amazes me that there are people who are stubborn. I don't wear my seatbelt. Why? It doesn't make it. Anyway, so I'm driving the other day, and it happened to me again this morning on the way to work. You look in your rearview mirror, it's raining out, and there's a Suburban or a big SUV behind me, and I can read its license plate is all I can see in my mirror, you know, and it's frustrating. It's raining out. Why should somebody's poor judgment put my life at risk? So I think that's the first thing I wanted to talk about. When you're behind another car, especially on the highway, you want to maintain a safe distance. A good rule to follow is, you know, kind of look at a point off in the distance, see where that car in front of you is, count 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. There should be that much space between you and that car. It should take you about a three count to get to where that car was in order to maintain a safe distance. You know, you don't know, especially when it's raining, what's happening ahead, if they're going to have to slam on their brakes.
Right.
And that's how these big pileups happen.
That's a great rule of thumb, the 3-second rule, because that sort of adapts to the speed you're traveling.
Yeah.
Higher speeds, 3-second gap is going to be a wider gap than if you're doing 15 miles per hour in a school zone.
And that's a big one. That's one I see all the time. And you see somebody in a minivan with 3 kids in the back tailgating somebody. I don't think they realize how unsafe it is.
Truck drivers, over-the-road truck drivers, have this blind spot issue. That, you know, now they're slapping decals on the back of the truck to try to remind you, if you can't see my mirrors, I can't see you.
Right. Well, think about it. When you're driving in your car, you have a blind spot, obviously, on your left and right. It's much worse on your right side because there's so much room in the back of the car where you can't see. Your side view mirror doesn't quite catch it. So think about a truck now that's, I don't know, 50 feet long. I'm not sure exactly. And so they have, albeit a much larger mirror, just really a mirror on the right-hand side to try to see you. There's an enormous blind spot. One of the most dangerous things you can do, other than drinking and driving, is driving on the right rear of a truck because they just can't see you. And obviously they have to change lanes from time to time. And we get calls from people who are run off the road by trucks. Oftentimes it's their fault because they're driving in the truck's blind spot. And if you're hit by one of those things, it's going to be a bad accident.
Oh, yeah. And pedestrians, quickly, because this is one thing I would like to think I realized, but probably never just snapped into my brain. Pedestrians have the right of way no matter what.
Always.
If the light's green, if you have a green light and there's somebody in the road,
right,
the trouble falls on you if you strike that pedestrian.
I mean, they may be a jerk for walking right across when you have a green light, but if you think about it, it makes sense. It's not a fair fight.
Sure. There you go. If you have a legal question for Brown & Crouppen, you can email us at great...